Hi, everyone. Very good morning to all those who just tuned in. Um, Mark Yip, this is Olivia Tan. This morning, as we arranged this program, um, although it's prepared by marketing using a topic called Enriching Lives because we care. I look around and since day one when I got on board to Huttons, I found this gentleman, Oliver Tan, a guy that I really salute. Besides being a high achiever, year in, year out, a millionaire performer, this year he has clocked over 2 million. There's something in him that we need to emulate. Last year we have done a very good charity. We raised 120,000 to the Children Cancer Foundation through all the agents' effort. And this year, we have started a charity club on a monthly basis. We will donate this to nominated charity. Oliver Tan has done something very differently. Quietly, I was told, besides earning a good income, besides enriching himself, he did lots of things outside that has enriched the lives of others. Olivia, from the bottom of my heart, you got my respect. Nothing that is private, if you are okay, please share with the young ones, how you have gotten here so far, make your money, enrich your growth, and how you have helped others who has needed help.
How I have came so far, I would say it wasn't easy, right? We all started as new agents, and I started doing rental, then slowly progressed to resale and new launches, right? And right now, basically, I just handle whatever comes, right? So there are a lot of things to really pick up, and there are so many veterans in this industry, and when you are still new, you just have to be extremely hardworking to outwork the veterans first, and eventually you have to come on par with them because your clients could be their clients as well. So why would that client pick you over the veterans, right? So you really need to put in a lot of effort to equip yourself with a lot of knowledge and experience, which I always tell my my clients, my associates that number of years of experience, let's say this veteran is in the industry for 10-20 years, but I'm only in the industry for maybe 2 to 3 years. That doesn't make him a more experienced agent than me because he, in 20 years time, he could clock maybe 100 cases, but for me 2 to 3 years I could clock maybe 300 cases, and that brings me a lot more experience in the transaction deals because every transaction is very unique, and that's why you are accumulating experiences as well, right? So not necessarily a much longer agent in the industry means that it's more experienced than you, right? You just need to be extremely hardworking to clock in that experience, that eventually you will be on their level, then you will speak the same knowledge and experience to your clients, and that's the reason why eventually that client will choose me over.
I think it is your personality. When I spoke to you, often or not when you're in the office, and many of your colleagues told me that besides making your dollars, waking up early in the morning, at 5 o'clock, working with a very very good routine right up to 10-11 o'clock, and then in between you have been helping others who are outside. We just like to know more about how you have enriched, through your own success, how you have enriched the lives, to people that you don't know but you have reached out, whether monetary or through what means. Maybe you want to share a bit more.
Okay. Actually, this is something that I don't really talk about because for me, I do a lot of charity works.
Yes.
Mainly underprivileged. Okay, if you know, in Singapore there are a lot of HDB blocks that they are rental blocks. They are not for sale. It's government renting to underprivileged Singaporeans, right? Their rental is about $200-300 a month, and those blocks, they are really underprivileged. So I do send a lot of necessity over to those blocks, and on average, I would say this few years, on average about 200,000 back. So for me, is I'm not a believer of giving money to anyone, but I provide necessity, and others will be like knowledge and education, right? So yeah, so and I have never posted all this on Facebook, is because I feel that, I mean, there's no right, no wrong. It's just personal feel for myself that if I do so much charity works, let's say 200,000 a year, and I post it up online, I'm feeding my pride and ego.
Yes.
I don't do it because I want to do it. It's because I want people to know, and that fits my ego and pride. So I don't like to post such things online. So whenever I want to do charity work, I will just do it, and I don't need any recognition, purely because I just.
You know, Olivia comes from a very humble background. You know, I hope I share this. You know, although he has made his money at these young 30s, during the past year and a half that I was here, he has relentless, you know, buy all the little good stuff, even masks, you know, during the pandemic, you know, when we are on a very bad situation for everyone in the office, he gave up. And then cushions, you know, that have a touch point that connect with people. Why we put this Enriching Life, and why I gotten him here, because somehow through my acquaintance outside, people were asking me, say, hey, you got this gentleman, this guy there, you know, helping a lot of old folks, buying stuff, buying all the food, you know, on a weekly basis, personally sending it over, you know, on a very regular basis to this block. So I was keep on wondering, who is this person? Until I do my own check, and I found that it is Olivia. So I thought, you see, sometimes good things doesn't mean that we want to trumpet out, but it's good to share, because hopefully others will follow your footsteps. You know, when we do donation, like what he said, we company do donations in terms of money here, and then we have the tax receipts, you know, because we're corporate, we have all the tax receipts to offset all the, whether we have personal income tax or whether it's a corporate tax. But he didn't. He just kept quiet until I persisted and asked him and ring up, say, hey, I want you to share because I want others to follow. And because of him, I recall, I think, you know, when we raised that 120,000 for the Children Cancer Society, it is not just a flash in the pan. So I told my team, say, I want to start a charity club. So every month we want to do some activities, you know, be it some donation in the form of any stuff that the needy need it. Because I always believe that at the end of the day, you know, it is not how much you have achieved. It's when you have achieved that, how much can you give? Be it at work, you know, be it to someone that need your help. I mean, this notable act, you know, I'm still learning, because sometimes you're just too occupied to chase, you know, for good outcome. Olivia, he recently, you know, decides to recruit. He decides, he felt that, you know, it's about time that he wants to lead a small team. He started on the recruitment. Just a bit to let you know, we have these 2 recruitment package, you know, that's in the backdrop. If you want to take me off on the screen, yes. So for those who want to join Huttons, there's 2 package, the prosperity package, you know, that suits your need. By end of this year, we will probably cross 5,000 colleagues in Huttons. Recently, you know, Olivia has started his recruitment. I'm not sure what is your thought and feel about, you know, being someone that you have people that you have to take care of.
I mean, I didn't want to do it is because for me it's a lot of responsibility. So the moment I take in, I need that associate
To succeed.
to really succeed. And I don't, whenever there's any closing or what, I don't need them to give me any recognition. I just want them to be able to do well whenever they are under my care, right? So it's a lot of responsibility lah. Whenever there's a hurdle, then you need to help them to pass it, which I have been helping a lot of associates, even agents from other agencies. They will ask like, how do I handle certain situation? I mean, I'm more than willing to share, right? So yeah, I mean, it's already what I'm doing.
Yeah.
It's just now whoever comes, I will just help them.
Good. In a very candid way, we just had a small talk, and because he has received tons of trophy, tons of trophy, and then he was telling me, he said, "Hey Mark, instead of giving me the trophy, whether it costs $100, $200, you might as well use this money and give to charity." Very good talk. Very good talk. Since we are on the screen, because we are in this business, I would just like to tell those who tune in, there are many launches in the next month. North Gaia, 616 units coming very soon, and then you have a small project called Alessia, and then you have Baywin, Live at MB, Piccadilly, Arden, Amogul. You add up the inventory, well, it has crossed close to about 1,400 units. Work hard, talk to your project IC, and if you need help, you can go to Olivier. He will help you. He's one of the top project sales converter. Other than that, today's sessions, primarily I want to tell everyone that being a broker, estate broker, whether you call yourself agent, estate broker, or estate consultant, as much as we want to chase the dollar, because you cannot live on air alone, you still have to take care of yourself, spending, you take care of your family, and you give back to the society. Ethics and doing things with your heart, primarily that will make you a very different professional estate broker. Because like what Olivier said, there are many others outside, people who are more experienced than you. There are 30 over 1,000 estate brokers outside. So what makes you different is that little thought that you put forward and pay forward. In Huttons, we care, not just at work, but at what you do and how you can put yourself back to the society. Oliver, would you like to conclude, in these sessions, because you are busy, other than doing your own, meeting your customer and your clients and all the social interaction and charity work that you are doing almost on an alternate day basis. Would you want to give some tips to people on the screen, how you have the energy that you can continue and do more?
I would say my advice will be, before you want to help someone, you have to help yourself first, right? So my goal is to make and to educate and hope that every single individual, they can take good care of themselves, and if everyone can take good care of themselves, there will be less conflicts in the world, right? So do take great care of yourself from the health. Once your health is good, do all your exercises. Okay, once your health is good, your energy level is high. When you meet a client, the energy level is different, right? You have a lot more positive vibes to give it away, right? So start your day very early, and slowly you will get used to it, and only allow positivity into your life.
A very positive gentleman.
Right. So I do. Once there's a negativity, you can view it in a positive way, right? But we can't avoid negativity. It's going to come. It's just we need to view it in a positive way, right? So treat all the negative stuff positively, right? And keep moving forward, right? And take great care of yourself.
Yeah. For those who are lost, or for those who have, the direction is not there where to anchor, well, do give Oliver a ring. He's a busy guy, but if you can catch hold of him, his positive vibes will always be able to influence you and helps you along in your personal growth, not just at work. Before I forget, next Thursday there's a very important event. It's our 20th year celebration, and we have gotten Mr. Chan Chun Sing to grace the occasion. Please quickly register. The pandemic has allowed us today to host 1,000 packs. Go to Jerome, and to end it here, I really want to give I'm not sure whether we can do a warm hug to my good friend, or rather
Fist bump, I think. Okay.
Olivia, thank you very much.
Okay, thank you.
And you please take care. And you touches my heart. I always say I'm an old man, in my 50s, but I got a lot of things to learn from you.
Thank you.
If I can turn back the clock, I would want to be Olivia.
Thank you. Thank you, guys.
Okay.
Thank you.